Our PFAS saga began here more than 9 years ago. Hundreds of homeowners have been warned not to drink water from their residential wells. Our community has also been warned not to eat any non-migratory fish from a 9-mile stretch of the Oscoda River. We have been warned not to eat any venison from deer harvested within a 5-mile radius of the former base. And we have been warned not to come in contact with any of the highly contaminated surface water, shoreline, and beach foam like the foam out here that we're standing here. Despite those warnings and despite the passage of nearly a decade, the Air Force has no plan to clean up PFAS contamination here. In fact, it won't even commit to a timeline for coming up with a plan. We're here today to say enough. No more foot dragging, no more delays, no more excuses. The Air Force should start now as a first and critical step by immediately cleaning up the plume that's contaminating this beach and those along this shoreline.
My blood was tested in January of 2018, and it came back at 5 million parts per trillion, or 5,000 parts per billion, however you want to say it. People ask me if that's the highest rate ever seen. I explain this is not something you want the gold medal in. This is not something you want to have a lot of. No one can tell me what that will do to me, but I'm pretty sure it's not good, and no one has said to me, you have nothing to worry about. There are 20 children that live within a half-mile of my home and the dump site that's across the street. And these are kids, I'm guessing, just like the kids here. They have dirty faces, and they stick to everything, and they ask a million questions, and they love to play in water. And I can see if they loved foam, they would think it's hilarious. And they're no different than the kids in Oscoda, or Flint, or Grayling, or Parchment, or any place else that has been contaminated. This is a picture of the kids in my neighborhood. You can't imagine how this has changed people's lives. If you haven't gone through this, you don't know what it's like for these parents to know that these kids have been drinking this water and no one bothered to tell us, and no one bothered to protect us, and people hid the fact from people. So I'm standing here with the people from Oscoda and with the people with Oscoda, not because I've been affected by military bases, but because I know what they are experiencing. And using the excuse of it's from a military base, it's from AFFF, it's from industrial waste, is simply that. It's a distraction and an excuse. We need to have this addressed for everyone. Everyone who's been contaminated needs biomonitoring. Every community that's been affected needs to have remediation done by the responsible people. So I'm standing with them and the other communities to ask our legislators. No, I'm not asking, I'm done asking. I'm demanding from people that they take this serious. I have nothing to lose at this point because I have lost everything. That should make people concerned.
Flint, Michigan is one city that if you say lead, we can go to Newark, New Jersey and relate with them. If you say PFAS, we can go to Grand Rapids, Oscoda, and relate to them. It's not about, and like Greg spoke earlier, it's not about Republican or Democrat. I'm gonna add one more. It's not about black or white. If we do not come together to start speaking as one voice, they're gonna keep on doing this to us.
There is already imminent and substantial exposure to the people, and therefore you don't have to use this slow circle process. Is the Air Force still going down the lines of sovereign immunity?
That's something just have to
I'm
ask
sure
the
a lot of
attorneys.
this is over your head. There are other Air Force people who need to be here.
You're getting into the legal realm.
Okay.
But
we can move forward, please. Studying the drinking water really good. The surface water needs to be dealt with immediately.
Right, and the groundwater, because when I have a well that's considered within standards, it's good, we can ignore it because it's at 30 parts per trillion for PFOA and PFAS, but it tests 1,100 parts per trillion of PFHXS, that's a health problem.
And what he said was it was going to take 4 years minimum, most likely 6. And then he said it's possible it could take 8. So I'm sitting here saying, we got an issue. And the issue is contaminants are moving in to the water, period. I don't care if you want to talk about drinking water, surface water. These people are sitting here because they are drinking this water. They're swimming in this water. And the state and the Air Force is here to hear what we have to say. And we're telling you that's too long. We would have greatly appreciate a little way to process this so we have a dispute resolution with you guys, that we are going to have to start taking action against you guys to move this process faster. Because we're drinking it.